Hello, everyone, and welcome to All on the Table. I am Jen Giggles, your eternal game master on the channel. And with me today are three of our lovely cast members, and we'll be playing Blades 68, the upcoming I think it works as a standalone expansion almost for Blades in the Dark in that universe as a time jump from the original timeline. The backer kit is where they're doing the Kickstarter, because I do need to say that. I'll pull up the link and share it in chat at some point, either through my phone or on the All on the Table account. I'm not sure which yet. And the backer kit, I think, starts on February 5th. So we had a chance for playing this, and we're going to do it twice because, quite frankly, I kind of like the system. I haven't had much chance to play or even run Blades in the Dark, but I do like the system. I've gotten a chance to play Girl by Moonlight, which is a great game, by the way, and recommended as well. So in the meantime, if everyone wants to introduce themselves, let's start with Dana.
Hi, I'm Dana Preby, and I don't know if we're doing character introductions quite yet, but I'm going to be playing Eva Taub, and she's a paranormalist, and I'll get a little bit more into her introduction later. But hi.
April?
Hi, I'm April. I will be playing Aurora Brooke, the swinger.
And Nobody.
Howdy, I am Nobody Adams, they, them, and today I will be playing Haron Davis, the operative, also a new class. Playbook, sorry.
Playbook, yeah. They're very similar concepts, but very different in execution, which I like. So, with that, we are going to get into building our team beyond that. So, name, playbook concept. What else does our team need? There's a few things going on, like how things are going to be, what's going on with the way everything is around us, what's happening, and what we're going to play one of the pre-built adventures that they come with. And they're not really adventures in the traditional sense, in that, oh, look, we're good to go. Let's run. They call them cold opens. And the cold opens are just kind of a setup. Like, here's something here's where you are now. And one of them involves amnesia. So you don't even know anything other than that at the start, which fascinates me for having built a character with a bit of a backstory and history. And all of a sudden it's like, where did it go? So we'll go through that and we'll pick one and we'll play it. It might be a short, quick game tonight, but that's okay. That's how these things go. Sometimes they go long, sometimes they go fast. Nothing as short as Tune, which is our upcoming YouTube series, launching on February 10th. All right, so let's take a look here. You all have your playbooks, right, for your characters.
Yep, we've all gone ahead and created our characters as best we can.
Yep. So you got a score to settle, right? Or a score you're going to work to get done, or a score. We call them scores in the game, right? Because you got a score to settle. You're looking for the big score of a thief, or you're looking for a score in some other way. It's the thematic part of Blades in the Dark. So, are you kind of like dealers, pushers who acquire and sell illegal product? Are you a hit squad? Are you militants? Racers, thrill seekers, daredevils, the street toughs, you run the aqueducts if you were in down in LA kind of thing in the 50s and 60s. Are you shadows, infiltration experts who specialize in elaborate heists? Is this an Ocean's 11 team? Utopians, an esoteric cult working towards a utopian dream? What are you thinking? What way do you want to go?
I do have to say we should deal with one thing that we hadn't resolved before beginning of filming, which was how we want to. Basically, two of us had alternate versions of our characters, and because we both made base characters, so let's figure out the vibe at the same time we figure out what kind of crew we're going for, because we could certainly go with two face people, but we could also go with one face person. And I think I also made my character as more of a weirdo, more into the tinkering and paranormal, and just getting rid of the face skills more or less. But and I don't remember what April said that her alternate version was.
I put more in like rec and survey, so like I guess more of like an actiony character than
right, which would go well with more of the racers style.
Mhm.
So, what are people feeling like? I guess. Nobody, you have an opinion?
Not a strong one. So, as the operative, I start with a backing faction, which is normally a thing you have to work to get access to.
Mhm.
And from the available options, I've chosen one that is essentially. It's called the Burn Corps. They are effectively a John Brown gun club, but in Fantasyland. The entire objective is to make sure that the public is armed and able to protect themselves from police aggression. So, with that in mind, the whole pushing underground merchandise thing does make sense to me, but
I could see, basically being arms runners. I am less keen on the whole, pushing drugs aspect of it.
well, sure.
Yeah, I had been originally thinking like racers or shadows, but
I mean, racers also works for being runners, drug runners, gun runners, whatever.
right.
So if you want to be the transport team, that's racers. If you want to be the people on the ground, that's dealers. Is basically, I think, the difference between the two. Racers, I'm just gonna say that has to be the Fast and Furious franchise conceptually, right? Otherwise, dealers are those who are on the ground face to face with people.
Right.
I'm also not opposed to the Shadows option, surely because in my version of events, I'm one of a two-person team. The other person is my ally on the sheet, and she's the one who does all the organizing. I'm just here for the wet work. So maybe I'm just hired out to earn a quick buck and help out our team.
Right. Which was one of the things we were talking about with two face people, is that we go in all grifty and try and talk our way out of things, and you come in and help us when things inevitably go wrong.
Yeah, that would be a thing. Yeah.
Okay. So, April, do you have any ideas?
Yeah, sorry. Trying to find the list again.
Yeah, that's on page 87 of the PDF that we had asked.
Okay. So yeah, I'm on board with like racers and shadows. I do kind of like utopians though. Just
I
think it'd be
looked
fun
in
to
a
be a
little
cult.
bit to the utopians, and because it was one of the ones I was originally thinking about, and the storyline for them gets dark. It gets really dark.
The storylines for all of them can get dark. I mean, it is Blades.
True,
it's kind of the point. So
yeah, but I mean, it's kind of written into them that they get really dark.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally the description says they may start with good intentions, but they're on a dark road to damnation. Yeah.
Pretty
and
explicit.
time frame wise, like the original Blades in the Dark is set like what would in real world terms be like 1830s to 1850s industrial city. Guns though aren't really a thing, and are they're like now guns are a thing, but armor that protects you from knives not so much. So armor kind of fell on the wayside. It's become a lot more 1960s ish, 1950s, 1960s as opposed to 1850s ish. At least that's the feel I got from reading through what I was able to of the books. So
Yeah, I definitely get the vibe that it's much more like a Cold War thriller in the maybe the more silly James Bond movies.
yeah,
Well, I get the impression that it's meant to encompass all the 1960s movies from like Bullet and James Bond and Man from U.N.C.L.E. and all the things like that.
the original Italian Job.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heck, the original Pink Panther, I think.
Do. Okay, we won't do any more of that.
So, are we feeling Shadows or Racer's End? Because it sounds like we kind of narrowed it down to those two.
Of the two, I would lean Shadows. I don't know if that's the popular opinion.
I would also kind of lean Shadows.
Shadows does fall in well with a couple of the cold opens.
Okay.
All
April,
right.
is that good for you?
Aye.
All right. In that case, let's both stick with our original concepts and have two face people and are heavy.
I should warn you, I'm absolutely no good in a fight unless I'm 100 kilometers away.
Oh, great.
Or meters away, sorry. Kilometers, what am I talking about?
You're our sniper.
Mhm.
Yes, that's very much the operative's archetype.
Okay. I can work with that. I'm desperately trying not to play Sonya again.
Yeah. The feel is very similar for that. That's just the way the game is set up. It literally lends itself to that person very well. So we've got. Then we want to look at the options here for that. So we've got the Alluvium Affair, which is the crew finds themselves in a stolen autopod under hot pursuit with valuable contraband in the back seat and no client to give it to. 1,000 feet above Duskval, the crew has a meet and greet with a powerful criminal faction, and everything goes wrong. Now the flaming airship is plummeting towards the ground with mere moments before impact. The frame-up, a simple job collecting a package from a go-between, goes explosively wrong. The cutout is dead and the PCs are stitched up. Escaping the mind's eye, the crew wakes up inside the resonance field. Another faction has captured them and is attempting to mine their echoes for resonance, energy, and information.
So my preference would be for the first two, one of the first two. The Alluvium job? Sounds like it would be right up April's alley, but I'd be good with either of those.
Yeah, both of them would be good options.
All right. Nobody?
Yeah, no, I mean, no strong preference. So if that's the one you like, I'm happy to head that direction.
April?
I'm just excited to see what they're like.
I think I'm leaning a little more the 1,000 feet above Duskval, but they are both good.
I'm fine with that.
And if you guys couldn't decide, I was going to just roll a fate die.
Oh.
But we have one going for 1,000 feet above Duskval solidly, so we'll go to that cold open. Okay.
All right.
Do we set up the rest of our crew stuff now, or?
Yep. Now we want to set up all the rest of the crew stuff. So you are meeting a buyer in an airship. That's the only thing you know about the event.
Okay.
So you'll set up the rest of your crew stuff now. Let me get to those pages. I just want to make sure I'm on the right page for this one in the future. All right. So your shadows. We said we're shadows.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you'll need to figure out what your initial reputation is. Are you ambitious, flashy, daring, subtle, eccentric, relentless, groovy? Groovy.
Well-
I have the sound. I used to have the sound on my computer. Don't know if I still do.
Could we introduce our characters a little bit more so we know what we're working with?
Yeah, so this is kind of where you're at. You got to figure out what you want to be, and then we'll figure out what your base is after that.
Okay. Well, like I say, I'm playing a paranormalist, Eva Taub. Her family used to be like the Rockefellers about 75 years ago, but then they all left. We're from Tykeros originally, and we just all picked up and headed back through the portal. And she came back just recently. She wasn't around then. But so her family kind of left in a hurry and has, a few abandoned pieces of real estate and that kind of thing around. But at best, her family could be thought of as, oh yeah, didn't they used to be rich? Or that kind of thing. She is, let's see, basically a mod in style, and almost always wears big sunglasses. Her skin is, normally tan, but it has a slight silver sheen to it. And underneath the sunglasses are big black whiteless eyes that are almost as large as the sunglasses themselves. By the way, for those who don't know, people from Tykeros are said to have demon blood, but that's superstition and no one believes it anymore. It's a slur and a stereotype. Anyway, so let's see. Oh, the other thing you would know about her is that her special ability is precognition. So she occasionally says things that sound not quite right, but end up being, or slips you a note that ends up being helpful in future tasks. So that's her. April?
Okay. I'm playing Aurora Brooke. Look-wise, kind of braided hair, like a iridescent kind of foil jumpsuit, white go-go boots, and then like also sunglasses, but kind of like small, like rectangular ones that are like sort of reflective like mirrors, and then like a bronze beret. And like don't really have a lot of backstory except that she's her family's also refugees from Severus, and then like she's kind of a bit of a wanderer, a bit of like goes out every day kind of not knowing what next day is going to be. Very Kramer from Seinfeld, I want to say, like just sort of very taken in by the big city, wants to see what's around every corner, that kind of vibe.
Right.
Has like a borrowed autopod.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Suppose that leaves me. So Haran is very you almost never see her not in a very nicely tailored suit. It's very fine. It's like very clearly designed to be camouflage in any of the fancier business districts in the city. She absolutely does not care about the lines or pressing of the suit. She's constantly lounging around and ruining it. It's a mess. Um, she does a lot of the as I said before, she's part of a quote unquote 2-person team. Her job is more the running range day part of the operation. She doesn't do the organizing. She's the one who gets the product and makes sure people know how to use it. So they're not just putting guns in the hands of people who don't know what they're doing. Practically speaking, the move that I have from the playbook is a teleportation move. She can't literally teleport. It's more like a screen convention thing. It's you weren't looking at this character and then they're not there anymore, and then they can show up somewhere else they could plausibly have walked to.
Okay.
So that's pretty much the thing. So maybe a stylish thing. It seems like we've all got pretty intense
You all have a certain flair to your characters.
Yeah, I was thinking eccentric might be appropriate.
that works too. That works too.
Eccentric works really well. So we can put down eccentric. That'll help you earn XP.
Okay.
All right. And what is your base? It's a tier 0, but it's a fixer-upper with potential.
So, like I think I mentioned this before, but my family owns a bunch of, basically abandoned property around the city, and I was going to suggest that we just take over one of their abandoned penthouses. Like there's a business downstairs, and it's not in any kind of great repair, but it is, a big space with, at the top of a building.
Sure, works for me.
Works for me.
Okay. All right. And you get 2 pieces of flair to add to your base. No, this is not pins you wear on your uniform at a bad restaurant. This is a trophy room, glass cases with spotlights to show off what your trophies, a bar, professional kitchen, art studio. You happen to be in an old decrepit penthouse, so maybe it's got a sauna or a music room or even a ball court. And it's like you could have a wine cellar or a conservatory or even an observatory for watching the space or plants grow. I mean, it's so you get 2 of those. They'll be part of the game cycle. So we will cover that briefly as part of the downtime portion of the cycle.
I kind of like the idea that there's a bar and a professional kitchen, and we just forgot to fire those servants. And so it's like the grandkids of the people that are still on the payroll.
Oh, no. It's not that they're staffed. It's just that you have that quality is available to you.
Okay.
So tier 0, you might not have that unless you pick like the business front, like a laundromat or
right.
Yeah, car wash, something like that. But if you pick, hey, we have a professional level kitchen in this place, you've got a professional level kitchen. You just have to do the cooking at tier 0. As it levels up, you can then, I want staff for the kitchen now, as opposed to just I cook myself.
Right.
Well, I mean, obviously my favorite option in this list is a conversation pit with a shag carpet, but
Does that come with the the freestanding fireplace, or is that separate?
Yeah, the little fire ring in the middle. Yeah, it does.
My uncle actually had one of those.
Incredible.
So is everybody good with the conversation pit?
I am, yes.
Okay, and
Well, you
what's
need
your
some
other
place
one?
to lounge while you're plotting.
I mean, it's very on brand for Dana to want the bar. So,
The wine cellar?
or yeah, either or. But I mean, the bar does kind of fit in.
And
I
it
also
does
wouldn't
go with
mind
the
Okay.
it does go with the conversation pit too. It could be right in the same
Mhm.
room even.
Yeah. The other big appealing option is the front business,
Mm-mm.
which
Yeah.
would, but
I guess my question is, if we're in a penthouse on the top floor of a building, what's the front business look like? Is it all the way at the bottom, or?
No, it would be your best option is taxi service or autopod wash then. In which
okay.
case somebody can, auto wash their autopod above ground level for the rich folks.
In that case, yeah, I guess the bar is my preference.
April, any thoughts?
April?
Yeah, I like having a bar that then you can just go in the pit.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
All right. Define your hunting grounds, meet your ward boss. We're going to skip this part because this isn't going to have really a mechanical effect in the game this time around. And then your ties, becoming the ward boss, how these things work. Now, take a look at the special abilities for your crew and choose one. It's important to pick a special ability that everyone is excited about. You get more special abilities in the future by earning XP.
Okay.
Are these from the playbooks or a different?
Yeah, I was going to ask what page you're looking at.
It's 101 of the PDF.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crew upgrades, yeah.
And actually, don't we get one for being a specific kind of crew?
I think so. I'm just taking a look here.
Okay, no worries.
I think 101's the dealer ones.
No, yeah, that's so dealer questions, dealer opportunities. Hang on. Hit squad. We don't want to hit squad. Militants. Racers. 132 shadows.
Okay.
Starting upgrades. You can have your layer be hidden, or you can have a cohort gang of infiltrators, or both. I think it's both. That's what you start with: is the layer and the cohort. You have a gang of infiltrators as shadows, and then you have pick a favorite operating type, like surveillance, heist, subterfuge, cleanup, contacts. You pick a contact. Shadow upgrades. This is the key one. That's down on 134. Secret maps and various keys and pass cards. Elite infiltrators. All of your cohort starts with the infiltrators type. Get +1 die to quality rolls for infiltrator related actions. All of elite hustlers, y'all get +1 die if you have the hustler type to quality rolls for hustler related actions. And then there's multifaceted. Each PC gets a +1 key / deadlock box, meaning they can each take another key, which can become another deadlock. This costs 3 upgrades to unlock, not just 1. This may bring a PC with 4 deadlocks back into play if you wish. So that would help you bring back players if that was a thing. We're going to say scratch that one because we don't really need it for this short-term game.
Okay.
That's my recommendation. Not a guarantee, but it's my recommendation.
Truthfully, I think we only really have one option from this list because we don't have a cohort right now, right? So
I think we get one for being shadows, if I'm
Yeah.
understanding right.
Yeah, you do have a cohort. You
Oh,
automatically get a
okay.
cohort gang infiltrators.
And,
So you have a
and
gang of infiltrators that help you.
oh, and I
Okay.
didn't mention, technically, I have a cohort which is my deceased butler, named Humphrey, appears as a shadow person who sometimes whispers in my ear. They help me with paranormal research.
My car also counts as a cohort.
Nice.
Really? Okay.
So
Yeah.
we do have a
Yeah.
few.
There's some definite rule changes from the original Blades to here. And so that's one of those big ones that that it seems like people are surprised by how many cohorts are available, because I think in the original it was not nearly as many.
Yeah, I guess that makes at least 3 playbooks that have cohorts automatically. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know Hound has a pet.
oh,
and-
that's true. And the intellectual has a Sparkmind assistant. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's 4.
Yeah.
So it might make sense for both April and my characters to have a workshop. Although, security systems would also be good. Or we could get another cohort.
I mean, honestly, the best upgrade might be secret maps and various keys and pass cards.
I did look at that too.
You have easy passage through the city's shadow routes, underground canals, service tunnels, and basement access hatches.
I do
Lets
like
you-
that.
Lets
Yeah.
you run around much easier as an infiltrator.
That does sound good. April?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we go with that one?
All right.
I
Yeah.
took that as a yes.
All
I think
right.
either that or
Wear a fancy, expensive
infiltrators.
suit to run around in the sewers.
April, you're saying?
I was just saying like either that or infiltrators. So.
Okay, yeah. Well, we have a crew of infiltrators already, so
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've got them, and they just get upgraded from a gang to elites. That's
yeah.
the
yeah.
difference. So,
Oh, yeah, I think secret maps and keys and passwords.
okay. Okay, so
We just have to remember we have them.
yeah. All right. So you meet that. You can assign crew upgrades. Each crew has 2 pre-selected upgrades, and then yeah, and then you get a second upgrade on top of that. Let's see. You get a +1 status. So you can also then have your cohort, or I'm sorry, you can have lounge and quarters. So your base can then also not just be we have a place to meet. It's got room and board. It's got a place for you to live as well. So there's that. Mastery. Your crew has access to master level training. You may advance your PC's action ratings to 4 until you unlock this upgrade. PC action ratings are capped at 3. This costs 4 upgrade boxes to unlock. So you start with 2 upgrades, and you could spend 2 points on something. It's like you spent 1 point on the 1 upgrade you had according to the crew book. But like, yeah. If you want to spend 1, you can get an extra cohort. You could get your base to have a lounge and quarters. You could make your base secret.
Well, it's already secret.
Yeah, that's automatic. So it's kind of a
Yeah.
you could get security systems for your base.
We
Training.
We could
If
also
you have
put cleanup, which might not go.
Oh yeah.
Which is, I'm sorry, that's one of the shadows. And I'm sorry for interrupting there.
Yeah. Otherwise, workshop is a good one too.
Yeah. Workshop or cleanup are both good choices, in my opinion.
Yeah. So
Uh,
there's several options. We'll not worry about the second option if it's not going to affect immediate gameplay. So, let's see. Vault, no. Jeez. Yeah, let's give you a workshop because that'll be the simplest one to go with because that'll
Sounds good.
immediately affect everything you're doing. And allows you to have a bit more random gear. Hey, I can have an upgraded version of this by making a quick roll. Increases the level of the roll by 1 when you work on a invention or long-term project within the workshop.
Okay.
So
Sounds good.
if you want to upgrade something, you can make a roll to succeed to affect your ability to tinker there and or invention and go from there. So if you want to upgrade something immediately or have an item for the start of the mission, do that now.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. So we have our score at so the base cycle obviously is score, aftermath, entanglement, downtime. Okay. We're going to short run it because entanglements won't matter in a one shot. We're going to go to score, aftermath, downtime because it's kind of nice to show what the downtime effect is. Entanglements, I'll try and squeeze that in the next one instead of downtime to show how characters mesh with another person in the events.
Rad.
Sounds good.
All right. All right. So here we go. The score. Duskval, midnight, the glittering lights of the city far below. You've been introduced to a powerful criminal faction, and half of you are on their airship high above the city, in a huge cargo hold surrounded by piles and piles of illegal product. More than you could sell in a lifetime. There are several armed thugs, and a mid-level lieutenant is explaining their distribution pipeline to you. The other half of you are with the faction's boss, on a tour of their opulent lair. They're currently showing you their prized possession, a rare, huge, and very deadly pet. So, who's on the airship and who's talking to the boss?
I suppose I will be talking to the boss because we'd want our car expert to be, or autopod expert to be up on the airship.
Okay.
And nobody, where are you?
Not sure we've heard that yet, but apparently not on the ship.
Okay.
I don't know. It said half of us. Didn't say where the other half went.
It
So
said
we each
half
get
of you are with.
of,
Yeah, there is. So half of you are in a lair talking to the boss, and the other half are on the airship. And since there's 3 of you, you get to choose which. Because instead of cutting you in half, we're going to let you be 2/3 and 1/3.
Gotcha.
We're not King Solomon
Misheard
here.
that. Definitely misunderstood. I guess it makes more sense to have me in the room if you're talking to the boss. Surely if my function is to act as a bodyguard of sorts, so.
Right. Okay. Sounds good.
All right.
Your job is to look big and imposing.
She does that all right. She's pretty buff, but don't actually try to fight her. She cannot throw a punch.
Me either.
All right. So, April, up on the airship, you're thrown from your feet in an almighty explosion. There's a gaping hole in the hull, black smoke billowing out. You're gripping tightly to cargo webbing, your ears ringing as everything in the hold flies out of the hole in a vortex of rapid decompression. Product is flying past you everywhere, hurtling out into the night sky. Thugs and the lieutenant are caught by surprise, and you see them tumbling away to their deaths, screaming silently.
I see. Does any of the cargo look particularly soft?
I mean, it was a lot of drugs. I mean, it was built for, it does say if you're dealers, it's whatever they deal in. But in this case, it's bricks of White Lotus, effectively bricks of cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Or heroin, something white,
Mm-hmm.
White Lotus is very specifically a drug in the setting, and I don't remember what the effects of it are. It's in the other book.
It sounds like heroin.
Yeah, it's very similar. But yeah. So you have a couple of factions near you. The high tier Scorpion Syndicate is there, and they are kind of not having a good time. They lost a couple of their guys. The Scorpions are known dealers for White Lotus, for basically anything that goes on in the city. They handle a little bit of everything. They're high powered, they're well known, and they're not happy. They're basically hanging on to cargo netting like you are at this exact moment. And there's the Mirror House, which is a bunch of, you'd consider them oddballs. They're paranormal experts. They're a whole group of them that are really into that side of things. So they're a little off from where you are, but they're still a solidly connected group of people.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably another 3 or 4 factions up there, not quite as high tier or as well known. Just a couple of small groups within your area that you would have competed with to get a chance to sell this stuff if you were if you were dealers. You'd be butting heads left and right. But you've worked with them more than against these guys. We'll say you've got like the Flaming Suns that are there. That's one of the, them, you've worked with them before. They're in your neighborhood. But you've also got some guys that have been, your opposition and competition in a few jobs rolling around as well. Kind of the, they call themselves the AstroTurfs because they make everything fake. They claim to make everybody fake grass. They're messier than you guys are in their infiltration jobs. But you've got those guys going. So that's kind of where you're at.
Presumably, we're mostly there to basically keep an eye on, or to gather information and make sure we know what's going on.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, this is a pretty big power move by this new group. You're really like they came in and nobody really knows who they are, and that's why you're being shown around, why they're talking to you. So you're getting kind of a bid, basically. Hey, work with us a bit, kind of show off thing. And you're a little concerned up there, April, because instead of clinging to the cargo webbing, the astroturfs are quite literally clipped in. Like, they are perfectly calm. Like, they're doing this exactly how they want. Like, they knew what was coming or something, because they're all, they got small chunks of rope clipped in onto their belts kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you doing?
I think I'm gonna call to the House of Mirrors people. House of Mirrors, is it?
Yep.
Just you there, magic people. Do you do any psychic floaty stuff? I can use a hand.
Okay. Let's see here. Yeah. So they're gonna, they are working. Yeah. So they're gonna help you out. Roll to convince them to assist you. What do you want to use?
Can I make a case for sway?
For what?
Sway.
Sway? Yeah, sway is perfect.
Hey. Okay, that's 6 and a 2, so 8.
8, great. Yeah, you convince them to help you out as well. So they're gonna sit there, instead of just helping their own people, they're helping you get situated and starting to move as well.
Thank you kindly. Is there any sort of product that seems like it's salvageable, like, about to go off but not
Yeah,
out of the ship? Yeah.
You want to grab some product? Sure.
Yeah.
So go ahead, just straight up roll a couple die.
Okay, yeah. Also, are we adding them together, or is it just 5?
5? Okay. So you're gonna get 5 stacks worth of product. It's not the same as as full units, but it's basically you're getting something out of this. So you're gonna get 5 stacks worth of that, because stacks are used for a bunch of functionality, like bringing somebody who's down back up, that kind of thing. So you get 5 stacks worth of products. So that means you got the ability to use those stacks to affect things.
Okay.
Right.
All right. And let's take a look here. All right. And we're going to cut from you to the other 2 who are in the base. This lair is a mansion. It's very opulent mansion with a like a hedge maze on, it's got like a hedge maze. It's got fancy gardens. And you're in what you're pretty sure used to be an arboretum in a conservatory, but it's where this giant creature, this very deadly pet, is from. And all of a sudden you hear the airship has been sabotaged and our guests are to blame. And a couple of guys turn and walk away, start walking backwards from you, and the boss grabs a lever to start and pulls it, and the collar on this giant nightmare mix of a scorpion and a tiger starts flashing and drops off.
Okay. Can I would like to basically walk up to the deadly pet and scritch it under the chin and say, "Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?" And I could use either Sway or, more likely, Tykeros for this.
Okay, what was the second one?
Tykeros.
Yes. Go ahead and roll that.
This is from the hometown.
Yep.
And I rolled a 6.
Okay. Okay. You got it.
Who's a good boy?
You have you have successfully taken care of the pet for this round. So you've got it distracted. It's doing great for this. You got it under control right now. So now we're gonna go back to April, and yeah, this is how this game's got to go. Right, we're in two different spots at the same time. Things are ticking down because everything's on a timer in this game. Remember, you can always spend for flashbacks to say, "Oh, I was prepared. I had XYZ or whatever," because that's how Blades in the Dark works.
Oh yeah.
So in this case, remember, you also have the AstroTurfs to deal with. Are you going to stop them, avoid them, or something else?
So am I sort of back on the airship?
You're still on the airship because
Okay.
they can't get people to the ground. They can just keep you from falling out.
And is the airship sort of staying airborne?
No, it's crashing.
Okay.
The whole thing's on fire and crashing.
Okay, so I think I'd like to yell at the AstroTurfs.
Okay, what are you going to do? What exactly are you yelling?
Can I like go up to them, or is that kind of?
Yeah, go ahead. Sure.
What's this? What is all of it? You lot, you weird, your little ropes. What is this?
Okay.
Living up to our eccentric reputation.
What skill are you going to use to try and convince them to tell you what's going on, I guess?
I have no dice in it, but I feel like this has to be a command.
Okay, roll 2. You still roll
Okay.
2 dice. You just don't get. It's really hard to succeed.
Okay, that's does a 1 and a 3 do it?
No,
No.
I see.
no. You get shoved aside by them, and a couple of guns trained on you. Well, that some of the crew start putting on parachutes. Okay.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna swap back and see what Patch is going to do and Dana's going to do with the scorpion tiger thing and from the Deathlands, and the sound of security.
By the way, is now a good time to declare our load for this? Because don't we have to declare if we have a light, medium, or heavy load?
You can, yeah. You got to say what load you're carrying, and then you can just basically have whatever you need in a flashback.
Because and that determines how many items you get, so I'm going with a light load just so I blend in.
Very reasonable. I was thinking to maybe go heavy, since apparently that's my role in this team.
Okay.
I was also thinking light, because we're just going on a ship. Nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, You all
This
in
is
your
a fun-
fancy outfits. Somebody's got to carry your gear.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. All right. So you've declared your loads. What are you going to do right now, Patch? What's nobody pulling off for us here?
I guess that depends. So this beast thing, it seems maybe under control. Is that right? Like I don't have to worry about it.
As long as Dana succeeds at her rolls every, until the beast is fully calmed down, yes.
Okay, fair enough. I think in that case, if you turn to look back, you'll see that Heron already has a handgun pulled. Unclear where it came from. You definitely got patted down before you saw the boss, but
Sure. Yep, that's how that works.
and she's sort of looking like very unsure about all this because I don't know very much anything about the psychic thing or paranormal anything. I just know that you walked up to a giant monster and seemed to be okay. So
You have to give your character a code name, and her code name is Weirdo. So
that'll do it.
Yep.
I suppose the boss dropped that lever last turn. Is he still in the area?
No, he fled as soon as the lever was turned up.
Unfortunate. Okay. In that case, I guess my move is to try and survey this place, see if there is an easy way out that doesn't involve us getting shot.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Okay.
Dana, roll again to keep the pet under control.
okay.
That is a 5.
Did you say there were guards coming at us?
Probably.
Okay, but I don't see anyone.
Not currently. Yeah.
And that is another 6.
Very nice.
Okay. Okay. What did you get on that, nobody?
That was a 5 to survey the area.
A 5 to survey the area. Okay. So that gives you, okay, we'll give that a +1 on, we'll give you a +1 on your first roll against the, to escape the guards
Incredible.
and escape the layers. So we'll give you that. All right. Moving back to April because this place is blowing up. You have guns pointed at you. They're putting on parachutes. What do you do next?
Okay. Very quickly looking at the okay. I think I'm gonna try and talk again. Just sort of hands up, just like, oh wait. Give me just one of your parachutes, and I'll put in a good word with. Can we have a flashback to when we named the team?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right, guys. What are we naming? What is it? Are we a team? We're a team, right?
Yes, we're a team, and I don't know.
The Shadows of the Night.
No.
No, okay.
The
Shadows of the Day. The Sunshine Band.
You. Time Skippers or
Time Skippers.
Ooh, we can combine the two. Time shadows.
Time shadows.
Okay. Okay. Does that work for everybody?
I am baffled, but if that's your choice, certainly. I
Ayn,
don't
do you
think
have
it's
any
going to strike
suggestions?
terror into the hearts of the competition.
I mean, at least they'll be confused and give us a couple seconds to, do what we need to do while they're thinking about it.
I can't argue
Oh,
with
that's
that.
smart, yeah.
I mean, do you have a better idea?
Well, that's none of my business.
I mean, you're part of the team.
Okay, yes, fair enough. No, I have nothing.
Yeah.
For nothing.
I'll take
There
it.
you go. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Invoke existential dread.
Yeah. For nothing.
All right. So you are the nothing. How does this affect your pitch?
It's just slightly more confusing now. I'll put in a good word for nothing. Then while the people with the guns are distracted, I just kind of roll off the ship.
With a parachute, hopefully.
You're gonna swipe a parachute as well.
I'll try.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Roll to swipe a parachute.
Okay. So we got stat wise. Can I make that a survey in the sense that, like, I've got to clock a parachute before I can swipe it?
Sure. Sure. We can
Okay.
make it that. Yeah.
That's so if you have one dot in it, is it one dice or two?
It's +1, so you'd roll 2 die.
Oh, okay. I've just been rolling one dice.
Yeah, it's a
that-
little different in that you every +1 D gets you an extra die.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So that's a 6.
That's a 6. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So you've clocked where his parachute is. You can't get to it yet, but you
Mhm.
know where a spare parachute is. So you can't just jump off yet, but you know where one is. So you got to get over there.
Okay. So
Okay, so we're gonna do that now. And go ahead and roll to grab the parachute and jump out.
okay.
Can
Can
I? Oh, sorry. Do you have to have an appropriate skill to assist someone?
You have to be there to assist someone,
No, I don't actually.
unless you do a flashback.
I have a special ability that is precognition. 2 times per
Uh-huh.
score, I can assist a teammate without paying stress
Mhm.
or being there. Tell us how you prepared for this in advance.
So how did you prepare for this assist in advance? That would
Uh,
give your partner another +1 D or something.
So before you left, I say, take this. It's not going to make sense now, but it will at the right time. And I hand her a slip of paper that just says, when you're going for the parachute, brake to the right.
Okay.
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 And now she remembers that.
And
Now,
so you get another you get a +1 D for that roll.
Mhm. Can it be that, like, as I go for it, like, the piece of paper just happens to fall out of my pocket and I just see it, like, in the wind?
That's probably how that theatrically looks. Yes.
Mm.
The paper
that-
flutters out, you dodge to the right, and the paper says, when you go for the parachute, dodge right. And then
Yeah.
it flashes back and forward. Yeah.
Mhm, mhm. So I got 2 6s and a 1, so pretty good.
Nice. So as you run, you get shot at by the AstroTurfs. only you jump right at the exact right moment. The bullets miss you, and a lurch happens as the airship has another secondary explosion happen, and you and the parachute are loose in the air together. You're clear of the air. You're clear of the airship, but you and the parachute are not quite together. You're almost there, and we're gonna leave you there, hanging in midair, trying to get a parachute, as we go back to the other two members down in the evil mansion.
Okay.
Hmm.
Any further developments? Or
So,
kind of sitting here betting this cat with all my life.
so roll again to clear the pet. Just you need 2 more rolls to clear the pet that have to be successes.
Okay, so I have 1 dot in Tigros, so that's 2 dice actually, right?
Yeah, so you'd roll 2 die to get that. Yep.
All right, that's good because 1 is a 1. Oh, 3, unfortunately.
Yeah. You've got the cat mostly calmed down,
Uh-huh.
so you're actually, because of your previous rolls, in a good place
Okay.
with it. But you are is
But
a
its
little
tail's
iffy.
starting to go. It's starting to get the zoomies.
Yeah, it's calmed down, but it's not quite there.
Okay.
That collar, if you actually were to stop and look at it, would have been some kind of shock collar that
Right.
probably zapped it really hard right before it fell off.
Right.
So,
Okay.
all right, and we're gonna and then roll again to finish clearing the cat.
Well, what I was going
Cat
to do
scorpion.
is if nobody has indicated that they see a way out, because they rolled really well on their
We
survey,
definitely have a path. We just need to move.
I'm going to look for like for lack of a better term, like a bone or some food or something like that, and just
Uh-huh.
hurl it in the opposite direction and say, fetch.
Yeah, there's a giant bag of food nearby.
Okay.
And it says monstrosity kibble,
Okay. Yes.
because that's the exact kind of game we're playing. It's monstrosity kibble.
Okay. Yeah. And I'm still using Tigros because I assume that's where I last saw one of these.
Yep, that makes sense.
Because I also have a tune, if that would help. But all right, that's 2 4s. I forget if anything special happens if you roll doubles, but I don't think so. Okay.
Nope. Yep, you get it tossed to the side. The cat's you're clear of the scorpion cat.
Okay.
It's all set into the side, and now you two need to escape the mansion. And because you surveyed earlier, you get a +1 die to this roll.
I'm following you.
Right, let us move quickly. The last thing we need is to run into an army of guards.
Uh-huh.
All right, so what am I rolling to escape this mansion? Would this be, I would think Prowl if we're trying to be sneaky, but...
Oh, Prowl works perfectly, yeah.
And is
Okay.
this a group action then?
It's you take the best of the 2 rolls.
Oh, okay. Because I don't have that.
Yep. Then it doesn't matter. Unless you get unless nobody gets lower than a 6, there's no reason for you to roll.
Okay.
Because a 1 can cause a bad thing to happen when you only roll 1 die. That's how I play. That's how I play the system, but there's variations.
Fair enough. Right. Let's see. With the bonus from that survey, I'm rolling 4 dice here. So that first one's a 2, second one's a 5, another 2, and a 6 in the last moments.
Yay.
There we go.
Nice. Okay.
It's possible I should have brought more than 1d6 to the table, but here we are.
Okay. All right. So that is your first section. You've managed to sneak out of the Arboretum Conservatory area. Which direction are you heading as you sneak out? You've been managed to avoid the cameras and the guards that were on their way in. But what area? Like as I said, there's like a lawn and a hedge maze and like the front gate area. Those are the easily accessible from this wing of the mansion.
Okay, all right. Stupid question. On our way in, was there any kind of like helicopter pad flying vehicle access that rich people might have?
Yeah, you definitely were dropped off there. It's on the far side of the hedge maze.
Hmm.
But that's not the only way to get there, obviously. You don't have to go through the hedge maze,
Right.
but you could get out into the lawn, into the woods beyond the lawn. You could, that kind of thing.
Okay.
You
Well-
guys get to come up with the, suggestions as what you think the world would look like.
Sure,
'Cause-
sure.
Um,
So my thought would be basically to try and steal a flying vehicle, because if we've heard that the dirigible has been damaged, we do know we have an operative up there, so ideally we'd get her out, but unless you have other
Right.
thoughts.
no, I'm basically following you right now. But I'm going to do something while I'm following you, if that's okay. So I would like to use my attunement and my psychic amplification device and basically try and talk to any lingering spirits here and get them to haunt the crap out of this place.
Okay.
Basically stirring up psychic commotion and ghosts and whatever else to kind
Yeah.
of cover our escape.
Yeah. Do it.
All right. I don't know what the psychic amplification device does. If it just lets me do it in the first place.
Yeah. Basically, it's going to give you a +1 to the roll.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm assuming there are plenty of, lost spirits here from all of the boss's victims, etc.
Yeah.
All right. Oh my goodness. Well, the best is a 4.
Okay. That's all right. You do get some, you pull up some upset spirits and lost beings that are here, and they're causing a ruckus is starting.
Okay. All right. Lead away. Oh, and don't look directly at them. They hate that.
Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, there's a few. They just start moving out in random directions. So there's a commotion being created. There were a few other factions in the building at the same time. So
Yeah. Well, they didn't stop us trying to be killed, so
yeah, that's a bit of a struggle, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, no.
Please watch out for all spirits. Please watch out for lost spirits. Psychics to report to assist team.
We should probably move.
Yes, absolutely, yes. I'm gonna vote we go around the hedge maze instead of wasting our time trying to find our way through.
Sure. Sounds good.
Might be a little
Okay.
longer walk, but less turns.
Oh, by the way, wasn't Townie on that airship that's crashing? Or that was sabotaged?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
That is rather why we're trying to secure flying transport, yes.
Excellent. Lead away.
Yeah, you two have the flying car over at the helipad. So
Yeah.
you dropped Downey off and then came to the mansion, because that was the
Okay.
only way to make sure that you could do everything.
Uh,
Because it's only a 2-seater.
Right.
Drop off and then pick up and come to the mansion kind of thing. So
Well, I don't imagine she'll mind riding in the trunk
If you know anything about
or on the
vehicles, we
trunk.
could always see if we could secure a larger one.
I don't think we have time for that right now. He is not wearing a watch.
all right. So now we're going to flip back to our floating in air near a parachute townie.
Kind of swimming towards it.
Yep. So you'll need to roll to get the parachute on and pull the ripcord.
Would that be a finesse?
Yeah, finesse works.
Hey. That's 1 and a 2.
Oh no.
That is still a 3, and a 3 will get you the parachute in this case because you were falling towards each other due to the secondary explosion of the ship.
Nice.
Yep. You only get, there's no guaranteed fail. There's just usually complications. Some things will fail, and they fail very badly. But I don't like to apply those often because that makes them more fun. It's just how I love playing this kind of game, right? Such as, rolling a 1 when you don't have any dots in the skill. Yeah, that'll get you a bad complication, not a kind of succeeded. So you are in the air. You're only about 500 feet above the ground when the ripcord pulls. This is going to hurt when you land. But you aren't in the air you aren't in the airship when it explodes. And it hits for the final time when it hits the ground. You kind of you're falling away from the ship, and all of a sudden you get pushed forward, and you smack right into a glass pane on a skyscraper.
Oh.
As you slide around it with your parachute. And finally hit the ground because you were a little too short on pulling the ripcord, but you're not dead. You are still alive.
Woohoo!
And then
All
we'll
right.
go up next to her.
And now we go to you. Now we go back to the escape across the lawn and into the woods to get over. So you're crossing the lawn, well lit, easily patrolled place. This is going to be a more difficult roll. What are you going to do to get across?
I mean, my instinct is to just book it. We heard that this thing went down quite a bit ago, and if we're going to have any chance of helping our comrade, we need to get out there. So I think if we're not going through the maze, it's time to abandon stealth.
Yeah,
Okay.
no. I mean, I stirred up as much commotion as I could to cover our escape. So,
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, just run.
All right, roll. What are you going to roll to make it over to make it across the lawn into the woods?
I might suggest finesse, since it's all about pushing yourself with dexterity. Maybe that would help moving in a pattern that isn't like gonna get shot off the face of the earth. But there's not there's not really an athletics skill in this one.
I don't have any physical skills. So either we do this as a group roll, or Tiger, you have to run from a lot of things to Tiger Officer. Yeah, that's all I got. So
I put myself in exactly the wrong place here,
Yeah.
On the airship, just disappear, no problem.
Yeah. Well, I'm a lot less screwed that way, but
Well, yeah.
all right, so I got nothing. So
sounds
I guess either if you want to do a group roll, or I can do 2 dice and take the worst.
Sounds to me like we're doing a group roll.
Okay. So I forget how those work, but
You both roll,
okay.
and then we look at the totals. What you
Okay,
each got.
so I just roll 1 dice? Or...
Yep. You roll 1 die.
And I rolled a 3.
My 2 highest die were both 5s.
Okay. Okay.
The lowest was a 2 for what it's worth.
All right. So, basically, you are going to make it. You make it into the woods, across the lawn. You get peppered at by a few shots, but they don't catch either of you. And so now you're heading to the car. You got to knock out the guards that are at the car, and then steal the car back.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of, like, she's done a lot of live fire training. She knows how people think when they're shooting. There's a lot of herky-jerky movements, stop here, jump there, that sort of thing to help dodge any potential incoming fire.
I mean, do you want me to go in and distract them, or you can just knock them out from behind?
I'm going to be blunt with you. I don't have a way to knock anyone out. I can shoot them and we can leave, or you can do something special with your...
No, you feel free. Shoot them. I'm fine with them just, being shot in the head and dying, so let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you're going to shoot them, go ahead. Roll to shoot.
I think even as you're finishing that sentence, she's like pulling more things out of the jacket and snapping tubes together and assembling things. And by the end of it, she does have a pretty nice sniper rifle on hand. She's just going to lay down and take firing position. It's 2 more
Okay.
load for me.
Okay. She starts filing her nails. I don't know. No, she'll keep an eye out.
All right, and you're going to take them both. Take out both of the guards that are at the landing pad. Just do them quick one after the other.
I mean, ideally, I'd find the right angle so I only have to fire once, so they don't start moving around. But
Okay, go ahead. Make that roll then.
okay. First die is a 5. Second die is a 5. I really like these dice. Third die is a 1. They heard me.
No, they didn't. You got a 10 out of the 2 die. So you take them both out in that single shot, and you guys get in the car and get going. You got out. You got done with your escape clock. You got out of the ship before that, but now you're heading towards the big smoking flaming cloud in the distance, because that's where your ally was. And you're not wrong, they're not that far away from it, because it's in the middle of downtown though. Somebody really screwed up on the timing of that bomb.
Oh boy. So was that thing a scorpion or what? I don't...
Oh, it's Scorpius. Yeah, we used to have them at home. Rich people kept them as pets. I think my cousin had one. Anyway, they're really fun. They're really fluffy if you get the right parts. You just have to avoid the chitin and or chitin. I never figured out how to pronounce that word. Anyway, but they're really nice. That one's been mistreated though.
And that's normal here?
Not here. No, that's back home.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. Remind me to never visit.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. There's a reason I'm here.
All right. I'll need you to roll to find Townie.
Okay.
Okay. I guess my thoughts would probably be hunt or survey for that, right?
Yeah.
Suppose I'll take hunting then. In theory, I should be okay at it.
Yeah, either one.
That's a 2 and a 4 though, so
It's a 6.
Four.
You do succeed. You do succeed. So 4 at your top end. So you're good there. Yeah. You find Townie. You do see them. They have taken some harm, and it's just another the factor that you've taken some injury. So you'll need to resist the damage.
And that's using a stat, right? Or,
Yep.
I feel like it's hard to make a case for sway unless it's just sort of convincing myself. No, this is fine. Could I try
mean,
for?
You could convince yourself, hey, that's not broken. That's just a strain. I can still walk.
Because that always turns out
You
so
know-
well in the end.
Injuries are like 90% in the brain. That's the real. Broken bones are all in your head. That's what is it? Finesse, sway, 2 dice. So that's a 9.
It's a 9. Okay, there you go. You have convinced yourself that you did not get injured as badly as you thought. So instead of suffering like 3 strain from smacking the window and hitting the ground, you only suffer 1 strain from smacking the window.
Mhm.
You landed just fine after that.
And
That's
9,
what you convinced yourself of.
9 stress is when you explode, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Stress is horrible. Don't accumulate too much of it. You won't get a lot of it in this one, but hey, so
If you fall out of an airship.
Yeah.
fall out of an airship. Yeah, it's gonna happen, right? But we're gonna take we'll give it a couple more minutes to start, and then we'll take a break. But I want to get started on this one. So you are picked up by your allies, and now you've got a massive noise set going on. There's all kinds of things happening all around, but somebody's on your tail and you don't know who. Is it the people who just had their ship blown up? Is it the AstroTurfs? Is it a third faction that, wants to get out of there too? Who is meant to be found out, but you need to escape? So we're going to have you've got 3 things that can go wrong in this, right? There's 3 clocks you get caught up with, so you're gonna have to drive really well. You get blockaded by the police, so you got to avoid the police. So you find out where the police are doing stuff, and in the area, so you can not get caught with them. And the third is you don't want to get shot down in your autopod. So you're going to need to be able to drive out of here, listen to police scanners, and shoot back. Those are your 3 things. I know each of you will want to do one of those.
Okay.
So who's going to be doing what? Because we have 3 different clocks, and every time you fail, the clock goes faster.
So I have an out-of-the-box thought for avoiding the police. Can can I use my attunement with my precognition to remember when the police will be in certain places and use my attune to avoid them?
For one of them, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Or,
Uh,
all of them. It's you've got a slip saying open this at this time or at this moment.
Oh, okay. So it would just be for that one. Okay.
Each one is a separate role.
I was basically trying to use my abilities like, okay, I remember there's going to be one up here, so we should turn right. And just basically actively use it instead of, passively using it.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically the same thing.
Okay.
It's basically what you're doing. It's not going to be...
But it will only use it up for one of the tests.
Each roll will only get you... Yeah, each roll will only get you one of the checks.
Right. Okay. Because I can only use it twice per game, and I've already used it once.
Yep.
So in that case, could I make a case for studying the police scanner?
Yeah, study would work.
Okay.
Yep, you can do that one for that check.
And then the other thing I wanted to do when we get a chance is I can, for zero load, I have an RF radio, and I would like to radio one of, or basically our infiltrator gang to basically get to a location and figure out who's following us as we drive past.
Okay. We'll start with we'll start with those as concepts.
Okay, sounds good.
April, what will you be rolling for yours?
What were the two other clocks? Is
so
the
there's
police barricade.
So the police there's chase. You gotta you're in the chase, so you're the one driving away, or you're running the police scanner, which we know Dana is probably well equipped to handle that. And then there's the avoid getting shot down, as in fire back usually helps with avoiding getting shot down. Shoot your enemies before they shoot you. So that's a great, so you could avoid getting shot down with drive checks if you really wanted to. And then your chase could also be some kind of driving check. It all depends on what you want to roll. So that's where I'm like, so what are you thinking about rolling?
Okay, so I think I want to go for the stop us from being caught up with. I think just kind of yelling sort of loud enough for them to hear, just, whoa, is that a bomb?
Okay.
And I hope to kind of just scare them off.
Okay. You can definitely use that for a couple of your drive checks. Sure. We'll see how that leads with the next one. And nobody, what are you going to use as a check?
It kind of sounds like the fire back one is being left to me, if I heard that correctly.
Yeah, basically right now, get this round, avoid being shot down.
Yeah, sounds good. I think from the moment that they like screech up and then immediately she's out of the driver's seat because she knows you're a better driver than she is. And she's already securing a position in the back. She's like weighing the pistol in one hand and the sniper rifle in the other, trying to figure out what would be better to use in a shooting thing on the car. And I'm imagining that's probably finesse, because I think that's what you usually use to shoot stuff.
Yeah, finesse works. Okay, so we'll work that then in reverse order. Nobody, go ahead and roll your first clock.
Righto. That's 4, 6, 4.
Okay, a 6. Nice. All right. April, go ahead and roll to distract another driver. Distracted driving is bad. Put down your cell phone.
It's 2 6s, 12.
Okay. You got that 6.
Incredible.
Yeah, 6 is there. Yeah. You're definitely good there. Dana, go ahead and
Maybe.
roll for the police scanner.
And I've got a 4. So, yeah.
A 4 is not a failure in this case, so that is solid.
So
All
they're
right.
all-
Okay, so that's how this is going to work. You're going to each take an option every turn and see if you succeed or fail. If you get 6 total dots in failures, bad things will happen.
Okay. And
So-
we roll.
Currently, we have 0, and there are 6 rounds for all of this. So you're all going to roll like 6 times. So, yeah, you have options for success and failure, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
This is I was reading one of the ways to make chases more entertaining in Blades in the Dark, and this was one of them. So I was like, ooh, let's try that. So who is going to be doing the avoid keep the other cars back action this turn?
So for the sake of this is it like a? Does it work the same way it does in D&D? Are we able to choose the same skill more than once?
You can, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because coming up with
If-
6 different ways to keep people off.
Well,
of this.
Like if you said, hey, I can keep somebody back by shooting their car, that means you're affecting the chase run instead of the shot down run kind of thing.
Ah, okay.
So you can affect one of the other counters or one of the other, slots as opposed to just avoid being shot down. Shooting back is always a great way to avoid being shot down, but it's never a guarantee. So you could affect, I want to affect the guys chasing us by forcing them away from us a bit by shooting at the car. And then, I can check the police scanner because I can hack because I did XYZ. Hey, I saw them. They're like at a different block. Call them to a different location.
Sure.
So that affects the police. And avoiding being shot down can just be, I'm going to roll finesse to juke the car kind of thing. So whatever there's different ways of doing each of those things. Which one are you going to do? Which one of the clocks do you
One
want?
is good.
I have an idea for avoiding getting shot.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Okay.
So I want to try to find a car that kind of looks like R1 and then do sort of a shell game with it. If it's already moving, kind of just
Okay.
swap places with it, move it along, try to make it hard to tell who's it.
Sure. Sure.
Finesse.
Yeah. Roll finesse for that.
Okay, so that is
And then we'll come back with Dana. What are you going to do this turn?
So on the list of paranormalist items is a fine echo containment unit,
Uh-huh.
and I was wondering if that comes preloaded with a echo, or alternately, I have a loyal resonance entity.
Yeah.
So are we already dealing with the car following us?
No, it's dodging. It's making it harder to shoot at you because there's other people around and they might hit the wrong car.
Okay.
So currently the chase and the police scanner are available. And
okay, I'll do
so
the police scanner.
you do have a preloaded screen. Sure.
Okay. Well, I'll wait till we need to get rid of the car behind us. So for now, I'll just I'll do that next round.
Okay.
So I'll check the police scanner again.
Okay.
with study.
And then nobody, that leaves you with making sure the car doesn't get closer this time.
Making
I got it.
sure they don't get closer.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's too late now.
Hmm?
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood what was going on. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll come back for you. You rolled. That's fine. I can come back for your total.
Yeah.
We just so what are you going to do for this part of the chase?
Yeah, if it's my job to keep them from getting closer, I mean, I think covering fire is still probably the best way to do that right now. I'm sorry to be such a one-note character.
Sometimes that's what you are, and in these especially in one shots, you play the one note and you play it well.
Perhaps.
So, all right. So make your rolls. April, what was your roll for that?
Oh, it is a 6.
A 6. Okay. Dana, what was your roll?
6.
A 6. And nobody?
Shockingly, also a 6. We're doing great tonight, y'all.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So second round of the chase has gone on without any dots acquired. So that's always a good sign. Okay. So we'll start again. Dana, what are you doing? Which of the 3 are you doing this turn?
All right. So I'm going to be like talking to my paranormal entity that assists me and say, so a distributor cap looks like this. And could you just yank some of the wires out of the distributor cap in that pod over there, the one that's following us?
Okay. Whatever
I
roll
think
you're
that's
going to make for that.
Okay. It's either a tune or just his level. So I'll do a tune just because it's more straightforward.
Nobody, you've got the police or the avoid getting shot down.
Let's say the avoid getting shot down, just for the sake of doing something different. I'm imagining using that stealth roll to help point the driver in directions that'll keep us less obvious, more shadowed, better terrain for not getting shot at, that sort of thing.
Perfect. Sounds great. I can see that. And April, what skill are you going to use for dealing with not getting, caught up with the police?
Sorry.
No problem. I'm trying to think.
I can lend you my RF radio that you can try and say, impersonate a dispatcher.
Oh yeah. I was thinking something like that. I wasn't sure like how to frame it, but yeah, that was. Just use the radio and just like do like my best police impression, just like, and we've got them heading whichever way we're not heading. So like if we're heading north, say west, etc., etc.
Okay. So yeah, roll for that. Dana, what did you get?
I got a 5.
Okay. Nobody?
Well, lucky number 5. I'm loving these bronze dice. They do exactly what I need them to.
And April, what did you roll?
I got 11.
Perfect. Lovely. Woo! So that is that is turn 3 done out of 6 turns. And so the action continues here. Right? It is just fun. Pat, you get to pick first.
Oh dear.
Do you want the chase, the police, or avoid being shot down?
Now, I don't really have any capacity to stop the police from noticing us. I could stop them from noticing me, but not an entire car. So I suppose I'll stick with the not getting shot down thing. I'm gonna try to keep them on their toes here.
Okay. Okay. April, which one are you picking out of the handling, avoiding the, letting them get closer or avoiding the police? Which one are you going for?
I think I'll go with avoiding the police.
Okay. And Dana, that leaves you with managing the vehicle for avoiding them getting closer for a turn.
Okay. No, I said the distributor cab.
I mean, the last turn, you saw he went out, went through the vehicle, and one of the vehicles chasing you went down.
Okay.
Which is fine, but there's still, other vehicles in the
Others.
chase.
Yeah. And now he has to catch up.
Yep.
I'm. We don't know who they are. So I am going to do the same trick I did back at the estate and try and grab any loose ghost or entity that's in the area and say, get them. Just to, hoping there's something that will at least, startle them for a minute.
Okay. Okay. All right. Go ahead and make your rolls. What is yours, Patch?
Since I'm doing counterfire, I'm sticking with finesse.
Okay. Sounds good.
That's 365.
Okay. April?
Yeah. So what I want to try to do is tune into a public sort of broadcast station and just announce, yeah, it's a beautiful day down here in Duskville, see, and got a parade happening. Everyone come here as quickly as possible. That is downtown Duskville. Just hit the streets, party hard.
Okay.
Be a regular radio host. I love you.
Okay. What are you going to roll for that?
Sway.
Sway. Okay. Go ahead and roll.
And that is 6.
6. Okay. And Dana?
I got a 4.
All right. All right.
So all the ghosts here are generally pretty chill. But one stumbled out in front of a car.
A couple of them showed up and were pointed at one of the cars and went, there weren't a lot of ghosts, but there were a couple guys that have been shot down last year that were still mad at one of the gangs chasing you.
Fair enough.
All right. Don't forget, you guys do have that special set of key cards and stuff. So if you want to utilize that as part of your escape in this chase, you can do that.
Okay.
Because you've got all those maps, key cards, passcodes, all that stuff to get into other places.
True.
So we got two more turns on this, and then we'll be taking a break and come back for the aftermath of the situation. So, what do you do, April?
Okay.
You got the chase, the police, or avoid getting shot down.
Mm-hmm. I think for the chase, I'm gonna sort of dig through what we have, look for maps that we don't need anymore, and just start sort of throwing them out behind us to try and find.
You're emptying out the glove box of useless stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. What are you gonna roll for that?
I think it has to be Rec.
Okay. Dana, which are you going to do? The police, handle the police, or help avoid get shot down?
That depends on your answer to a question.
Okay.
I have Tinker, and she's
Uh-huh.
emptying out a bunch of stuff from the glove box. Can I say, "Oh, I forgot about that," and have like a handheld device that all it does is emits a big flash of light, but it was supposed to do something else, but it just emits a big flash of light that might distract the drivers or distract people who are trying to shoot at us.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, then I do that.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I forgot about this thing.
I'm gonna make you have a flashback and make a roll to create the device, though.
Okay.
So we'll do that in a second. But
Okay.
what are you doing for the police side of things?
Can I use a playbook move to pull a stunt here, or does it have to be specifically a roll?
No, you can pull a stunt here. Go right ahead. Yeah.
Okay. So I think maybe as we're going, there's a moment where there is a police car that just happens to be on our route, like not specifically looking for us. So my move here is to spend 2 stress to just sort of disappear, and then the camera cuts away to a pair of gloved hands raising a garrote around the police officer as he's not calling this one in.
Yes. Well, I will. Yes, we can make that happen. All right.
Okay, marking stress.
All right. Dana,
I rolled
Make-
2 6s.
2 6s on make the device.
Yes.
You have the device. And you're like, you throw it over your. The flashback is you throw it over your shoulder. It hits Townie in the head and gets stuffed in the glove box along with like a whole bunch of other junk.
Yeah.
As you're getting ready for this particular mission, you just clean up the car so you have room for 2 people for
Yeah.
2, maybe 3 people in it if you have to. You try and stuff in the glove box.
That is the entire crew's cleaning operandi. Is that we just shove everything in a closet.
Okay, so what did you get on your roll to distract?
I got an 8.
Got an 8. Okay, perfect. So you're emptying out the glove box. None of these are like your maps or anything. They're just reams of jotted down half-finished notes and thoughts about things from all of you. I don't know, and all of a sudden, like, basically you have an entire ream of paper trailing out behind you, mostly blank, and it papers one of the windshields perfectly, and the car just careens off to the side, and the shots are going wide as the guys are going, grabbing at their eyes as they can't see at the moment due to sudden laser to eyeball. It's effectively what bright light distraction is. That moves us to number 5 through turn 5. We have one more turn. It is still possible to get the final set of to fail at this point, but it is going to be very hard to fail because you really have to bomb your rolls. So let's have nobody pick first again.
Okay.
Chase, police, or shot down?
I think I would like to continue keeping them from getting closer.
Okay. So you're gonna you're gonna work on the chase side of things then. Okay.
I think so.
All right. Dana, are you gonna pick the police or avoid being shot down?
Police, and this time I will use my last use of precognition to just say, "Oh yeah, I remember that they were there, so we should turn right."
Okay. Perfect. And April, what are you doing?
What was the third clock?
Avoid getting shot down.
Okay.
So you got to do something to avoid getting shot down.
Can I try to radio into the people shooting at us and just like try to get them to pause just by like starting a conversation, just like, hey, who are you guys anyway?
I'll allow it. I'll allow it.
Just
I like it.
wait. Final request.
So, all right. Nobody, what are you rolling?
Well, I just got myself a shiny new police car. So I think I'm gonna be rolling up behind the pursuers as fast as I can and ramming them.
Okay. All right.
That said, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that makes it a wreck roll because I am trying to crash into them and I don't have that. So
Yes. You would roll wreck at this point.
okay.
All right. Dana, you don't have to roll because you have the precognition function going, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And April, go ahead and make your roll.
I'd like to sway
Yeah, that sounds about right.
for 11.
What did you get, nobody?
I would actually like to ask if I can take a devil's bargain.
Okay.
Nice.
Can I get another die in exchange for making my position worse? How do you feel?
Yes, I'll grant that. This will make the aftermath more fun.
Delightful. Okay, so that'll make it an actual just a roll and not a disadvantage one die roll.
Yes.
And the number is 4.
Okay. You succeed. Your two compatriots get away. You crash into the autopod in front of you. The two of you go down, and the couple remaining autopods pull up next to you and pop up with their guns drawn facing your autopod. And that's where we're going to take a quick break. Yes, we are on break. I'm going to go back to that starting soon screen and make a quick edit to the type of it. We'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
See you soon, everybody.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are into our aftermath of the situation, right? We did double check our rolling. We've been a little off. It's one, you only keep the high die of your roll, the one die and stuff. But yeah, we're good. We're in the aftermath phase. The aftermath is what happens, right? What's happening now? So
Okay.
in a campaign, we would be saying, okay, this aftermath is going to set us up for what comes next.
Okay.
So there's clocks, and Blades in the Dark is full of counters, clocks, and timers, right? Got to get everything done before the countdown gets done. And sometimes that's a number of sessions. Sometimes that's, a number of turns or rounds. So the thing is, what are you going to do after this? So we have a companion who did not fully escape and is surrounded by guys with guns, and they're gonna try and drag her off, right? So you're gonna drag your friend. They're gonna be taken away. And you've got two of you who escaped, but you've also got a few other things going on, right? So the first thing we have to deal with that can't really be an aftermath because the action hasn't ended.
Right.
We got to deal with we've got to deal with the fact that nobody's surrounded.
So, how well do we know Herod at this point? Like, do we know that they tend to get out of situations that they shouldn't be able to get out of, or
I don't know how long we've been working together since our crew is pretty low tier, but presumably we've done at least some stuff since
Yeah.
you know me at least well enough to bring me on board.
You've done 2 or 3 jobs together minimum. Think how like Ocean's 11, the two of them are best friends, they're partners, but they bring in a bunch of people they know from other jobs. You've done 2 or 3 jobs, and it's like, oh yeah, no, you're going to join the team full time now, kind of thing.
okay. Well, I mean, we do have like 4 dots of sway between the two of us. So, I mean, but it was not cops, it was
It was the mysterious
mystery
enemy
gang.
faction, yeah.
So we didn't name that enemy faction. So you've got the AstroTurfs are the guys who blew it up. You're 90% certain that's who did it. You've got the, you've got the big names, like, you've got those 2 big names. You've got the Mirrors that are up there with you. So Mirror House is up there, and the Scorpion Syndicate lost some guys in this. They're not happy either. So you've got some potential allies in those 2 groups, and you've got and then you've got the AstroTurfs who already kind of didn't like you. You guys are butting heads a few times on some missions. And then you've got the mysterious faction who, they called themselves the Scorpikitties, really. That was kind of their, and that fit with, once you saw the boss's pet, it kind of made sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Honestly, it would be better if you were held by the cops, because I suspect that it would be easier to talk you out of prison than it would be to talk you out of an enemy faction. So I am sorely tempted to actually call the cops. Are you going to talk me out of this, Townie?
I mean, we could go in some kind of disguise. I don't know. Do you think they know each other like well enough, the other gang, to like notice if we're not one of them?
I mean, that's a good question. How big are the Scorpikitties? Jen?
Like tiger size, like giant.
No, the gang.
Oh, the gang? Oh, okay. I was just kind of like, I described it to you. It's a big giant tiger.
It's been gone for a while now.
Get it, and that would solve some problems and create new ones. But
the gang, you're not sure how big they actually are, because they're definitely out of town. They're not from here.
Oh, okay.
So they aren't actually, local to Duskvault. They're from somewhere else. They came here, and they came in with money and men, and you don't know anything more.
okay.
If I may offer a suggestion, I think I have an idea for this, but I would need to run a flashback.
Sure.
Okay, so I think we flash back to the moment in the car when Haron's just hanging out the window with the gun before she disappears, and she sort of ducks back in for just a second with like, "So these guys are the new guys, right? The ones we don't know anything about." I think this is our opportunity. I think we've got a chance.
Okay.
I'll spend 0 load to activate a tiny tracking device, which I will apply to myself and toss y'all the receiver. I'm going to let him take me, and we'll see where we end up. The only way we're going to get any intel out of them is if they think we already lost.
Sounds good. And then, so you're now there. And I say, I think we should go in as the local contact the boss forgot to tell them about.
Oh, yeah.
and we'll intervene if it looks like they're going back to the mansion where the big boss is.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay.
I think that's the plan.
All right. Let's see some rolls for convincing them of that.
Okay, so what?
That's
what
gonna have. So they've got their guns. They're pointed at, at the car. And so you got a guy with a shotgun and a couple guys with pistols, and one guy still sitting at the wheel of the car.
All right. So they're gonna take, double negative says what she says, and gets taken back to,
Well,
wherever they're gonna
We'll
take
see if
her.
that works out. They might just open fire.
Yeah. So now we got to roll to see if they'll believe that they need to take them back.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's a sway roll on your part,
It doesn't have to be sway. It could be something else.
or yeah.
Yeah. Frankly, I have none of these skills at all. None of the social skills. That's not my job. That's the girlfriend's thing.
Maybe your background.
So, I think what I'm gonna do, maybe if I can try to. Oh, right, I still have load available. Use a disguise kit to sort of make it look like I'm more injured than I actually am, and just kind of stumble out of the car with hands up and confused, dazed, just really looking like not a threat.
Okay.
That puts me up to 5 loads so far. On heavy load, I have 3 more available, assuming I don't get everything taken away from me immediately.
And with the disguise kit, are you doing anything more than just making yourself look more injured?
No, I don't think so. I don't think there's a whole lot I could do here to make myself look like an actively different person.
I mean, you're in a
Your
cop car.
labor, you get a dot in labor because that's your background. So you could use that as a, to basically change, to act like a laborer instead of a, trained operative.
And you are in a cop car, so that's
Yeah.
something to consider.
Yeah, I don't think that these are the sort of people who would take a cop prisoner necessarily. But yeah, no, I mean, I think my best bet is to play the captured and helpless opposition at this point. I don't see that acting like a police officer is gonna buy me any points.
Right. But you
Okay.
could look like, just some schlub and play on their sympathies, I guess. I don't know.
All right. So go ahead and roll to get past them, or to convince them to not kill you immediately.
Now, unfortunately, I think that's probably a sway roll, and I'm hoping that using that disguise kit gave me an extra die, but that is up to you.
Yeah, it did.
I appreciate that. So that means we're rolling 1 flats. Well, that is a lucky 5.
I might have to ban you when we play, if we ever play.
Yeah, no
again
kidding.
from
These
using
dice
that one.
are... I'm gonna switch to the purple one.
5. Are those inappropriately weighted?
As far as I know, no, but I did get them in a blind bag, so it's possible.
That's blind bags are a game and a gamble. There's and if they're included, they're not balanced if they got inclusions. Don't let anyone lie to you. All right. You stumble out and you look totally destroyed and wrecked and kind of like collapse on the ground like you are not at all going to be a problem. And
It's like the end
so
of that action movie, the tie is loose, and just like the end of it is cut off, so it's a weird collar now.
yeah, just everything's the shirt's torn up, and you're just kind of like stumble out, fall down. You're looking horrible. Two of the guys grab you, throw you in the back of one of the cars. One jumps in the front seat, the other in the back seat with you, and then both cars take off.
Okay.
All right.
So one
Mission
car has
made.
got one person in it driving. The other car has 3 people in it. Two with guns and one driving.
Where do they head?
They are going to go to a they're going to drive around for a bit and then land at the docks.
Okay. We will go to the docks.
So I don't have all right. We're going to give you a plus minus roll here on whether
Okay.
it's the sky docks or the sky docks or the water docks.
All right.
That's a nothing. Let's try that again. Plus, that's a sky dock.
Ooh.
So you are up in the air and they're questioning you on the end of this giant pillar, right? Where your airships will dock in and connect nose to nose with this point, and then a bridge will slide out so they can unload stuff from the airships, right? And so the nose to nose here, and you're up on that nose pillar of this thing, way in the air, probably a good 400 feet up, and they're gonna question you. And they're asking, why'd you blow up our airship? Why'd you destroy our stuff?
Buddy, I had people on that airship. You think if I blew it up, I would have... Come on, man. Y'all invited me in. I was there because y'all invited me there, and someone blew up your fucking airship, and then y'all tried to kill us instead of actually solving the problem. Great job. Y'all are so good at this.
Roll, you're telling the truth, but you gotta roll something to convince them.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, again, I still don't have any kind of social skill. So unless I could substitute like a hunt to talk about the layout of exactly what happens just based on the movements of everyone involved, I don't think I can do this
Sure.
with anything but the well,
Sure, give that a try.
Okay.
Try and talk about all the possible moves and players and all the things. Yeah, give it a shot.
hey, works for
As a hunt,
me.
like more. You're not talking like the politics side of it, but give it a shot. Yeah.
No, the better version of that was a 3, so now it stops working.
So
Yeah.
the guy looks at you and says, "That's interesting theory. I'll make sure to pass it on to the boss." And he shoots you.
Okay. Yeah,
And-
that's not great.
You go falling. So you two need to catch
I was
them.
going to say, can we dramatically step in before
Yep.
they push them off?
You need to catch them before they hit the ground.
Oh, I was going to say before they push them off the thing and say, we'll take it from here.
Nope, you got to catch them before they.
Okay, that's
the
all
ground.
you do.
If I may, I mean, I do have that disappearing move. I could just be knocked out of sight when I get knocked off the edge, and then there's like a dramatic rise up from the side moment where she's clinging to the back of the car that takes off.
Yeah.
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah, do it. I like it.
Absolutely. Marking stress. How much damage am I taking for getting shot?
You have to roll to resist the damage.
Delightful. I mean, I think I'm mostly rolling with the blow here because I don't have any kind of armor, so
Yeah, pretty much. There's no armor. Guns are a little bit stronger in this case.
sure. Is there a standard resistance roll, or is it just whatever?
It's whatever your character class uses.
Yeah, so
Oh.
it's you're basically resisting harm the same as you normally would. So,
Let's see. I'm not seeing anything about.
so harm. Hang on. Armor is low. Armor is 3 load boxes. You could have just body armor on.
You know what? That works perfectly. That fills my boxes.
Yeah. So let's see. Built armor. So heavy armor, which reduces all physical harm, is reduced by 1 level. So you get an automatic 1 on your resistance. So you're not great. You're gonna take like 1 armor. You're gonna take like 1 physical harm regardless because you just got shot. But
Sure, it's bad.
you're wearing 3 heavy armor and you landed on the back of the car and are flying off. Perfect.
Okay.
So
All right. Just spent the rest of the trip home relaying everything I saw in their operation.
yep, you did catch a few things. Like there's a bunch of stuff that's useful. Like, oh, they had free access to the air docks.
It's not great
That's
for
a
us.
that's a little strange. Why did they have free access to the air docks? They've got, the few things about the radio calls and stuff. So you got some good intel. And that would be carried forward really well.
In the sequel someday.
In the sequel, yeah. So
If we make enough at the box office.
basically you're looking at the your standard system changes. You're gonna get your aftermath automatically, right? So in this case, the aftermath is pretty hard. You've got a open war now against the AstroTurfs. You've got your little crew of infiltrators who can, that gang of infiltrators can help, take some and do some stuff for you, right? But you're in an open gang war with them. And you've got the Scorpikitties are after you because of the AstroTurfs. And you don't know what's going on there. But you did make a couple contacts and help out the the mirrors. So that's a good thing. And there's the neutral party who is really upset and might come down on you, might come down on the AstroTurfs, might come down on the Scorpikitties, in the Scorpion, the Scorpion Syndicate. So you're kind of like, there's some politicking, some stuff to work with here, and your gang is the open warfare is the biggest thing right now, right? You're dealing with stuff moving up the levels of groups and syndicates and everything, and it's gonna spread from just the 2 of you. You've got potential issues everywhere, and there's harm complications. So one of the things about harm is you have to spend time healing. Every harm is you start with stress automatically when you're harmed every session that you haven't healed. So you have to spend time healing. So that is a downtime activity So now you don't get time to work on training or any of that stuff. And so that's what downtime activities do. And the aftermath is always going to include experience points. So, well, you guys did an infiltration thing, right? You got in there and got some info. So that's an XP for everybody. And then on your sheets, so in your playbooks, it's going to tell you if you did something related to your playbook a specific way, you get XP. And I don't remember what they are for all the playbooks because there are so many playbooks across so many different games of different kinds. I just and I like giving people just 1 XP for playing because that's how I am as a game master. So you're all going to start with 2 XP from the events of the entire game, right? And then your playbook events will get you extra XP. And then now we're going to skip over the third part of the cycle and jump to the 4th downtime. What are you doing for your downtime activities?
Okay, so what are the options?
You can do training. Training will let you get up a skill. So you spend time practicing that particular ability skill to increase your dots or gain a dot in a new one kind of thing. You can rest. And then there's a couple of others. Unfortunately, I don't have that PDF up.
I think it's like work on projects or like long-term projects or reduce heat.
Yep.
Or
so the list in Standard Blades is acquire asset, long-term project, recover, reduce heat, train, and indulge vice. I don't know if there are special ones for this expansion.
And there are none listed.
Yeah. It's on page 164. I think it's down as personal business.
Yeah. There's not a lot of extra ones in here.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think you said at the beginning of all this that this is kind of a standalone expansion, but you do need the base game for it to work. Because there's a lot of things that say like look up on page whatever.
Yeah, it's page. Well, that's also for this because none of the art is in here. So
right. No, but what I mean is like during character creation, it says use the standard blades in our character creation, which you have to look up on the page. Whatever. Yeah.
But the you get 2 free downtime activities because of your backing faction. You can pay 1 stack or 1 rep for each additional downtime activity. So you gained 5 stacks earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So you have 5 stacks for additional downtime activities that you wish to do. And they're indulge vice, long-term project, recover, reduce heat, acquire asset, and training montage. They're no different than the originals, but they're all described in here as well. Long-term projects are a clock you would work on. Inventing, crafting counts as that. Paranormal experiments are a long-term project. Recover 1 to 3 segments of the healing clock, and you clear all harm. You clear 1 level of harm. So in your case, you'd clear everything. It will, as you move up, it's like you gotta, there's basically you visit a doctor, stitches and soothes. If you don't have a contact or a fellow PC who can provide treatment, you can use the acquire asset activity to gain access to a healer who can provide the service for the whole crew. So if you all had a bunch of harm, and I know 2 of you got harm, you can acquire the asset of the doc to help take care of that. But if you go to the hospital, you're going to take 3 heat. And there's a heat clock. And I don't remember the details because that's in the core book, not in the expansion. But it's kind of too much heat and everything falls apart for you.
So the most level of heat, our base gets raided by an enemy faction.
Yep. But for 3 stacks, because you gain 5 stacks, you can just go to a private hospital.
Yeah.
And that
So we are in a gang war, so keeping some of those stacks behind might be a good idea
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and acquire an asset. You can do an acquire asset activity, which is for this particular thing, it's just it's just the thing you do. Let's see, what is the cost on that? Acquire asset. Gain temporary use of an asset.
All right.
To acquire that asset, roll the crew's tier. So you have a tier. You're a tier 0 crew. So it's 1 die. With bonus dice equal to your personal lifestyle quality, full rows of bank. And the result indicates the quality of the asset you get. So it's kind of like, oh, I gain access to XYZ. You get a doctor who can fix you up, or you can just pay 3 stacks and go to the hospital. And you all clear all stacks of damage when that happens. So all marks of damage. So basically that's how that goes. And then you can spend training. You spend mark 1 XP on the XP track for an attribute or playbook advancement. If you have the appropriate crew training upgrade unlocked, mark +1 XP to total, and you gain you train a given track. You can train a given track only once per downtime activity. So they're all like, you want to learn how to, you can invent things like an auto lock pit. It tells me that's 6 clock activities. That's a 6 segment clock. So whatever you do is going to be 6 segments of work. So basically you get your choices of what you're going to do.
Okay. So, all right. Well, do we want to go through that, or because it's a one shot, then should we not worry about that too much, or how do you want to do it?
Well, up to y'all. I might suggest. So there's an operative thing. This is just part of the base playbook that I have not used because I have a faction backing me, which means I can ask for help.
Yeah.
And one of the things I can do is have them loan us an asset equal to their tier level, so I can just ask them to send us a tier 2 doctor, please. We need help.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, in exchange for this, I do need to perform a quest for them in the future, but if this is the end of the movie.
Yeah, I was gonna say that probably one of my paranormal experiences is to acquire an asset of a ghost doctor.
Oh, that works too.
Have them bound, but it would take several. I would get what'd she say, a 6 segment clock, and it would take a couple of adventures to actually summon the doctor or walk them in so that they could help us.
Yeah.
So that's more of a
Yeah.
long
We started as a long-term project, and we can use the borrowed one in the meantime that I'll owe somebody. And
Yep.
And that's how the campaign would run.
Yeah.
It works very well. I rather like the system. As I said, I don't remember it much because I've only gotten to like a couple of times do the Girl by Moonlight, but that's still so much fun. I like the system. Would love to play again. I would love to go as a player. So at some point in the future, maybe get a chance to play myself, but on February 1st at 6 p.m. Central, so 7 Eastern, we'll be running another one shot with, for sure, Frank from What is Tabletop as a guest, as well as Stone or Cody Stone, the Stone GM from here on Twitch, also as a guest as a guest player. Coming in for this one-time adventure. And if we're lucky, Charles from What is Tabletop will not be busy with family events. But when you have small children, that's what happens. So
All right.
I hope I hope you guys, you three have a great evening, and everybody watching, if whoever's still here with us, has a great evening as well.
Well, thank you very much for running for us.
Absolutely.
This was a lot of fun.
All right. Talk to y'all later. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care, y'all.
Bye.